Oh, hey, how's it going, you guys? Welcome back to Muscle Lean X Fitness. Tim and Randall, your host. Today we will be doing how to set up bench press for free weight. This is for beginners, ones who have never even heard of bench press before. Most everybody knows what a bench press is. Anyway, before we get that going, we're gonna go ahead and stretch, do a few stretches, and then after that, we're gonna go over proper breathing, improper form that I've seen in the gym, and then the last thing that we're gonna go over is proper form. And then after that, we're gonna go to our muscle group and then just show you what muscle groups are worked with this exercise. And then last but not least, our muscle chart for where you could get injured and how you can injure and why you get injured. All right, let's get stretching. All right, everyone. So our first chest exercise, we're just gonna grab the squat rack here from the back with our hand and just stretch out our chest like so. You're gonna get nice and far with your arm. Try not to pull your arm too far back, because if you do, you could accidentally hurt your shoulder or something. That wouldn't be good, don't do that. Hold this for about 10 seconds. We'll switch over to the other side. And switch over. On the other side. And this is gonna be stretching your mid pectoral and pretty much your entire chest as well. And it's also gonna stretch your shoulder a little bit, your tricep, and your bicep just a little bit as well. All right, next one I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my hands over the bench here. As you can tell, I kind of raised it a little bit, but this is just so I can do this stretch. And what this is gonna do is stretch my shoulders more and stretch my back a little bit more and my lats as well. And even stretch your spine out a little bit as well. Hold this for about 10 seconds. And switch over. All right, so this one, you're just gonna take your hands, put them behind your back, and then just pull up as far as you can, like so. This is gonna stretch your back, your chest, your shoulders, your tricep, and a little bit of your bicep, and also your wrists a little bit too, and your back. All right, good with that one. Let's go ahead and move on to the setup of bench press. All right, you guys, so everything that we're gonna need is obviously a bench for the bench, and then I have a squat rack. You don't necessarily need a squat rack. I'm just more comfortable with a squat rack. You're gonna need a 45-pound Olympic bar if you can handle it. If not, you can always get the standard. I think they weigh about 10 to 15 pounds, maybe a little bit more, maybe 20 pounds. Anyway, you can just get one of those normal old benches that are connected to the actual bench itself. I had one of those. Just letting you guys know right now, you should get a sturdy one, so that way you don't feel like it's gonna break every single time you put weight on it. That's definitely what I used to deal with. Anyway, our first step here for setting up the bench, as you can tell, I have this straight up. This is not correct. What you want is the bench completely flat, like so, okay? And then I'm gonna adjust my bench a little bit further in Make sure that gets underneath the bar pretty good. Make sure you get it in the middle as much as you can. You definitely want your back to be perfectly aligned with this bench. And then we're gonna pull this bar down to number 7 here for me, since I'm not super tall or nothing. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just sit down like you're taking a seat. Lay straight down. Put your fingers, your ring fingers at about the barbell line right here. And what I mean by that is you'll see a small little line on the bar, and that's where about you should put your ring fingers at. Grip the bar, take it off the rack, straight down and up. All right, now proper breathing. In for down, out for up. All right, so now we're gonna go over 3 improper forms of bench press that I've seen over the time that people have been doing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it down again. So I've seen a lot of people, and this is okay for some instances, but not everybody is going to be doing a power lift bench. And some people, they extremely over exaggerate it to the point where you can actually hurt your spine and stuff. So like stuff like this, where you go like that and you kind of just like looks weird. That's not the proper way to do it. And you also get some of these guys where, you know, they try to, you know, they try to do stuff like this and bounce the bar off of their chest like this. That's not incorrect. And then of course you always have the person that, you know, wants to reinvent the bench and put their legs up and try to do it like that. And then, but then they have horrible form. You know, they have horrible form and they're all over the place. And then you get injured from it. So let's just go ahead and stick with the traditional bench and do it properly. All right, ring fingers on the lines. Hands about shoulder length apart, maybe a little bit more than that. Straight down to your chest and vertically up. Down and up. We're gonna go ahead and fast forward it. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our muscle chart. All right, everyone, so here we are at the muscle chart, and the muscle groups that are going to be worked, I'm gonna go ahead and get a real good zoom in on them for you guys, since I'm handling the camera myself today. Sorry about my unsturdiness with the camera, but for this exercise, bench press, the center of the pectoral muscle right there is mostly going to be engaged, along with the shoulder and also over here where our triceps are, that's also going to be engaged as well, along with some of our back muscles as well. And pretty much with every single exercise you do, obviously your core is going to be engaged in that as well. That is my muscle explanation group for this exercise. Pectoral major tear. This is going to be mostly engaged in the pectoral major area, and that's going to be this part of the pectoral muscle right here. You could get it from the bottom to the top to the middle part of it, and that will also be affecting a little bit of your shoulder area as well, because you'll definitely feel it in your shoulder, and you might even get some soreness in your back as well. Let's go and move to the skeletal system for that, just to show you guys what areas you might feel it in your skeletal system. All right, you guys, so I'm not necessarily saying that this kind of tear for the pectoral major muscle is going to be affecting the skeletal system in a pain sense. It's just you might feel some discomfort and stuff in between your joints, like soreness and stuff like that. So definitely some soreness in your shoulder joints and stuff like that, and you'll definitely feel it, some soreness, probably even right here at the top of your neck in this area. If it's really that bad, then that kind of sucks, but the usual recovery time for this, and I mean, of course, not everybody recovers the same, but the maximum recovery time is about 6 months for this. So if it takes you longer, that's probably because you're in a different age group or something. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next one. All right, everyone, we're on to tendon tears for the pectoral muscle, and that's actually going to be inside of your tendons of your pectoral muscle. That's probably going to be more around here in the shoulder and in between the creases underneath the bottom of your chest, or even up to the top of your chest here as well. This is also going to affect you a little bit in your shoulder, a little bit in your bicep, and you'll also probably feel soreness in your tricep and your back area as well. We'll go ahead and move on to the skeletal system. All right, tendon tear in the pectoral muscle, the areas in the skeletal system where it might feel sore. Not necessarily saying that it's going to directly affect the skeletal system, but you'll definitely feel soreness inside your bones, around your shoulders, maybe even a little bit into your arm, bone marrow right there. We'll go ahead and move over to the back side of it, the shoulder joint over here in the back as well, and maybe even into the back bones. You'll feel a little bit of soreness, and possibly even into the back part of your arm right there. And the recovery time for this, it depends on how bad the tear is. Depending upon, you know, how bad the tear is, it could be 10 days, or it could even be up to 12 months of full recovery. Oh boy. Hey, you guys are still here. I'm still here too. That's awesome. Because, you know, I was just thinking to myself, I might have to stab myself if you guys are no longer with me. But since you're still here, you're awesome. You're a good bull. You're a great bull. In fact, you're the best bull ever. Please comment. Let us know if there's anything we can change for you guys on these videos. We've been trying new things each time on Muscle-Linux Fitness. Just remember, you know, proper form, the proper way to do it is always the best way to do it. Please do it that way. Always honest, always truthful. If I ever get anything wrong, let me know in the comments as well. Fix it as fast as we possibly can, and apologize to you as well for it. Grab life by the horns, and as always, unleash your inner bull.